Hey crafty friends, it's Tia at B5 Designs. Welcome to my channel. I am on to share a little bit of some things that I've hauled. And let's see, I have a huge Happy Planner haul, a small, gosh, I don't even know what I'm doing here, and a small Hobby Lobby haul, and then just some odds and ends. But what I want to show you today, or right now in this video, is you've heard me talking about my son and daughter-in-law and granddaughter moved to a town about, I think it's about 40 minutes from us. I don't know. My youngest son and his family live in South Dakota, about 45 minutes to an hour from us, and then these guys moved. And I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends. Right now there's construction on the highway and blah blah blah, but I'm going to say 45 minutes to an hour on theirs too. It's just nuts. They bought houses in smaller towns because of course they're less expensive, but the one that just moved, their house is huge and it is old and it is beautiful. And my son that lives in Elk Point, he's had his house for 3 years, I think. And every year they do a project. And last year they did completely gutted and remodeled their bathroom, their upstairs bathroom. And the year before that, they gutted and remodeled their kitchen, got all new cabinets, everything. And her grandfather on her dad's side helped them with that as far as the work and stuff, because he's a woodworker. And my son loves woodworking. And then this week, he took vacation and is doing a project on what they were currently using as their toy room, which I think was a back porch or something at one time, and then they added it on as part of the house. So they needed to raise the floor up because it wasn't straight. I don't know why my lights are flashing like that. I'm gonna have to have my husband check some stuff because they were doing that to me yesterday. So anywho, my birthday was Sunday. Saturday night, two of my boys came over and we had pizza. And then Thursday, we went to the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo in Omaha, Nebraska. And we got about halfway through it. And we went with my youngest son, his wife, and two sons. And then my son, his wife, and granddaughter, and then my other son came. Two of my sons didn't come. They didn't want to. And then, of course, my husband and I. And we got about halfway through it, and my one little grandson got sick. And I just felt so awful for him. It's a huge zoo. You almost need 2 days if you want to really go thoroughly through it. But, yeah, I felt bad for him. So then the last half, and we didn't even go through all of it, was my son, daughter-in-law, and granddaughter. So therefore, I got a few pictures of animals. I got one picture of my granddaughter. I didn't get any pictures of my grandsons or nothing, but I don't know if mommy got some or not. And I was so thinking about it because I had gotten these Tim Holtz things on clearance from Hobby Lobby, and these were what I was going to do this year's zoo visit with. And wah wah wah, as me and my granddaughter say. That didn't happen. But anyway, so Wednesday, after I got off work, I have been working 8 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. That is not what my hours are going to be. My hours are going to be like 10:30 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon, which I'm totally excited about. So my title is administrator at this cemetery. And so I do a lot of the paperwork, the work orders for the guys, to go out and, dig the graves, put the marker, the grave marker. I will eventually be ordering the markers. It's a whole thing. It's a process. It's an unbelievable process that I had no idea about. And so far, I am loving it, but I have a ton to learn. So there is that. But I'm also will be excited to get on my regular hours because I think it's going to work better for me because I am tired. And I tried to get on the iron like my doctor wanted me to. And the first, sorry for all the noise, the first, whoops, I'm noisy and I'm shaking everything. The first stuff I couldn't take because my stomach, so I'm trying a lighter kind, and it made me very sick, which was not pleasant at all, trying to start a new job and not feeling good. But I made it, and so I went off that. So the next option is going to be IV infusions for it, and that is probably going to be at the mercy of the insurance companies because they don't like to pay for that. Anywho, so I finally got to go to Lamar's, this little thrifty craft store. It's called Kitty Kat Crafts, I think is what it is. And I've been trying to get there, and their hours just didn't jive with mine. So I was like, dang it. I don't know how long I'm going to be getting off at 2 o'clock, and they're not open on the weekends, and they don't stay open. They'll start being open on the weekends at the end of October. But I was in heaven. I walked in, and there was baskets and baskets of wood stamps. And so let's get started, and let me show you what I got. I got this. I kind of feel like I might have this, but it's very soft, so I know it's still good. I paid $3 for it. It originally came from Hobby Lobby. I haven't seen any Mickey Mouse, or not Mickey Mouse, but Winnie the Pooh stuff like that at Hobby Lobby in a long time. I got this one, and I paid $3 for that. Now I can get into paying. Now this one's gently used, still nice and soft. You guys know I'm a Winnie the Pooh fanatic. They had a lot of the primitive stamps, but I'm just not 100% sure if I'm all in on those yet. I like the primitive hearts, and I like some of it, but anywho, I got this. I'm not really sure why, but I thought it was cute, and I paid $1 for it. See, I mean, now if I went to a thrift store here in my town, there's a lady that sells, and she wants $8 for these, and they're used. And then I paid 75 cents for this one, friend to friend. I thought that would be cute. And this is Stampin' Up. I'm sorry, I am not telling you the names, brands of these. I don't even know what this is, because, well, how about let's turn it right side up. Girl Bear Finders Keepers Artistic Stamp Exchange, 1994. Huh. And then these Winnie the Pooh ones are All Night Media. They both are. Huh. Anyway, I think this is kind of primitive. I don't know, but this for sure is. Now this I like, and I just thought friend to friend, that would be cute to put on the back of a card or whatever. And this one, I like this one, and it is from the heart, and it was 75 cents. Now you're going to say, well, why didn't you get more? They had so many baskets, but they were on the floor. So it was like, I can't sit here bent over looking at these because it was killing me. I saw this for $2.50, whoopie ding dong. It's obviously from Hobby Lobby, but I thought it was cute. And in the spirit of us going to the zoo and the petting zoo, that kind of thing, I got that. This was $2. 10 things I adore about my baby girl. I thought that would be cute to put in a little scrapbook for my granddaughter. I picked up this because she's into Disney princesses. I picked up this because it has Tinkerbell and, you know, fairy. I like that kind of stuff. And like this was 50 cents. This was $1.50. I don't know how she makes her prices, but this one was $3, but I didn't care because it was Winnie the Pooh. And then I got this stamp, which is Botanical Frames, and it was $5 from Hot Off the Press. And it's a 2015, but this is, you know, how you could potentially color it up. If you can see that and kind of see those. So I like my flowers. She had a lot of loose paper, but I wasn't going to stand there and go through it. My husband was waiting for me in the car, which he's very patient. He's really good about letting me, you know, just waiting. If he chooses to wait in the car, he chooses to wait in the car. But he's really good about, you know, he doesn't mind is what I'm trying to say. They just had so much stuff, and I was like, you know. So I did get this piece, and it looks like it's a pink paisley. American Crafts, pink paisley, Auburn Lane. But I got it for this side. And then I got this one. I don't know. I wanted the floral one, and this one is American Crafts, pink paisley, Auburn Lane, and I liked this. So, and she had, and I've been dying to go back. She had this, and I love Doodlebug. I don't have a lot of it, but I'm obsessed with like the Swiss dots, the polka dot type situation. I just love the petite size of these, and it's a good color range for me with the pinks and the yellows, and then even some blues and greens if I do something with my grandkids. Now, she was charging $7 for them. She had another one that was more, I'm going to say neutrals, like more browns and stuff, and I really wanted to get that, but I didn't want to spend, you know. And then she had a third one that was bigger polka dots, and it had a lot of glitter stuff, and it was $7 or $8 too. She had a lot of brand new collections, but nothing that I felt I needed to have, I guess. I did grab this. It was not open, so I believe all 40 sheets are here. I did pay $4.50 for it, which I thought was okay. I know a lot of times we get them, I get a lot of them free from scrapbook.com when I order, you know, they always have their freebies. So I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know if you're really getting a good deal or not, and I wasn't gonna, you know, like sit and look up, well, how much is that regularly and how much is that. She had baskets of washi tape. I think I accidentally put this in my basket, because I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know why I would have gotten this, but it just says masking tape, and you can see on there it's got musical notes and the flags and the hearts, and I paid $3.50 for this. She, like I said, she had baskets, and some of them were just individual ones for $0.25. Some of them were packs of like skinny, different colors, that kind of thing. But I have washi tape growing out my ears, to be honest with you. But I did get this one, and I opened it because I wanted to see what it had on it. So I don't know what I paid for it, probably 50 cents, but it's brand new. It looks like it's probably from, um, Temu or something. I don't know. I don't know. These towns, you see, you can schedule a time to take whatever you want to sell in. You take it into her, and then her and her staff go through it and decide, how much they're going to pay you for it. And then you can either get store credit or she'll issue you a check. So I am seriously kicking around taking in my Cricut cartridges because I don't use them. My original Cricut, I don't know if anybody would want it. I have the Heidi Swap foil machine. I have never used it. I actually thought about taking in my Cricut Joy. I've never used it. And then just, I need to weed out some of my stuff, but it's very hard for me to do because everything I buy, well, at this point in time, I just really don't need anything. But anyway, she had gotten a bunch of Stampin' Up stuff in, and so I tried to be really selective. She was selling them for $3. I wish they had the dies. So I did pick up this one, and it's Tags Till Christmas, and I do like to make tags, and I thought these would be very easy to fussy cut out, or I probably have like a circle that I could cut out and then stamp this on, and even a tag shape like that. So that's why I got this one, and I just think they're super cute. So I'm wanting to get started with, in fact, I will show you if I can figure out what I did with it. Well, I'm not going to show it right now, but I'll show it. One thing that I've been working on, and it's been very slow because I've been tired, and then I don't know how to explain it. We've been busy, I've been tired, and just kind of a lot going on, I guess. Okay, and so the other one I got is this. I'm obsessed with tags of any sort, but this one was $3.75. Somebody was selling it for $7.60, but then they marked it down to $3.75, and it's called That's the Ticket. And I just think these would be so cute to stamp out. I like the idea of stamping stuff right onto like my junk journal or creative journal pages. I don't know. I just think that's cool. Just not just that, but whatever you're doing. But I also think these would be super cute to stamp up, maybe on some, like a lighter colored orange for the Happy Halloween, or even a beige or whatever in black, and then use them as backgrounds or tucks, I think. So yeah, these have not ever been used. They're not even out of the whatever this is. So I'm pretty excited about these, and I told her, I said, I will be back. And she was like, well, follow us on Facebook because that's the best way to know when I have new inventory. And then I walked kind of in the back because it smells. It's an older building, but it's kind of like a backwards L shape, if that makes sense. So the part I was in would be the bottom of the L, and it was all scrapbooking, paper craft related stuff. And she had bolts and bolts of like baker's twine. I don't use baker's twine a lot, so hopefully as I advance more into my card making like I want to do, and get back into making mini albums, I'll start using some of that stuff again. But and then you go down the side, which would be the top of the L, it was like yarn and material. She had a ton of like, I'm gonna say resin, but the molds. She had resin. She had, it's just a thrift store that sells all used craft items, and obviously some of it is new, but it's because the people are bringing it in new. So then today, we got home pretty early from the zoo. We got up at like 5:45 in the morning, and then the car, our SUV, the Murano that we were going to drive, wouldn't start, and it was a whole thing. So then we ended up being about an hour behind my youngest son and his family. Ugh. So anyway, so I just laid around and watched shows all day yesterday, and then earlier in the week I had decided to stop at Marshall's. I ran into Marshall's and Ross because I wanted to see if they happened to get any of the, Joann's stuff. I know some people have been seeing that, and they didn't have anything, but I did pick this up. I thought this would be cool to put into my, I made a Halloween journal, or I started it a couple of years ago, and I haven't put pictures in it yet. That's always my downfall, but it's like a year to year pictures of my grandkids and just some little Halloween decor stuff. I'll have to show it sometime. But it's another one that's going to go year to year till it's full. So I thought this would be cute to have in there to journal. So that is that. And then I ran into Dollar General today. I went into a different one because the one I have never has anything, thinking maybe they had some new, because I've seen people saying they've found some new crafty stuff at Dollar General's. Well, no, this one didn't have anything. But I did get this, and they did have the cute Halloween, pinks and the ghosts and stuff that I've been seeing people get. This was only $1, but I don't generally decorate for Halloween, and I was thinking about just doing a Halloween tiered tray, but I'm still kind of up in the air on that. So I did get 2 of these to set on my tiered tray. Normally I would have done this kind of stuff already, but I'm just beat. So anyway, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you my Hobby Lobby haul. And then I'm hopefully making 3 videos today and 1 tomorrow. So I will be back with that Hobby Lobby haul. So thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.